So you're ready to get certified as a professional project manager. But as you're looking through the requirements for some of the most well-known certification, you notice that many of them require proof that you've led and directed projects. Now, you must be thinking that it's the classic experience catch-22. You need the experience to get the certification, which will get you the job, but you need the certification to get the job for the experience. Here are some of the requirements. Project Management Professional Certification, or the PMP, is probably among the most popular certifications. But just to qualify, to take the exam, you need 60 months or roughly 7,500 hours of experience in leading and directing projects. But if you have a 4-year degree, you can qualify with 36 months or about 4,500 hours of experience. Regardless if you have a degree or not, you also need 35 hours of project management training. A popular alternative is the CAPM, the Certified Associate in Project Management Certification. You can apply with the high school diploma, GED, or global equivalent, and 23 hours of project management education. So let's go back to the PMP. When it says leading and directing a project, don't let that scare you. Even if project manager doesn't appear on your resume, you can still count project experience towards your certification. PMP experience is generally broken down in these 5 categories: initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and controlling, and closing. More than likely, you have plenty of project management experience. You just have to know where to look. So think back to all those things you've done at work that fall into those categories. And now think back to all those things you've done outside of your workplace. You don't need to lead a project from start to finish to count those hours. Instead, take all of your experience and just separate them into each of the categories. So here's an example. For the initiation category, you could have been a team lead for a website build for an organization. For planning category, you planned an infrastructure upgrade for an organization. How about execution? You were DevOps support for a project. And for monitoring and controlling, maybe you were the QA lead for some portion of a project. And for the closing category, maybe you were a software developer for the release of a project. While you're writing down all your past experiences, just remember that you might have more experience in one category than in others. And that's okay. More than likely, you should. Yes, this is all great, you're thinking, but how in the world do you get the experience in the first place? Well, my friends, let me tell you, because there's a few ways you can do it. The first way is work experience. What's going on at your own organization? Even if you're not a project manager, you may be able to jump on a project. And even if you're not managing the project, you can always count your participation in the execution or in the monitoring and controlling. The second way is volunteer experience. I know it may seem painful to work for free, but it's actually a great way to get hours of experience. If you're setting up a Wi-Fi network at like a church or building a website for a nonprofit or even your friend's business, you're gaining an experience in all 5 category areas. And the last thing you can do is side gigs. Make the time and work on side projects. There's always freelance work. It's just a matter of getting out there and doing some networking. As you work your way toward the certification, make sure you log every hour you put in and separate the work into one of the correct categories. And ask each project lead for a reference, because when it's time to hand in your documentation, it's going to make the auditing process easier. So, let's talk about documentation. We've heard from project managers that the hardest part of certification isn't the test. It's documenting your years of projects. So let's break it down. You need 4,500 hours for the PMP. That means if you were working on some element of a project 40 hours per week, you'll have to account for about 2 years and 2 months of experience. Now, I can't even remember what I did yesterday. Can you remember what you did in February, 2 years ago? I don't think so. So, starting today, accurately log all your experience as you go along, with the big emphasis on accurately. The biggest risk you'll face is that you might be audited on your experience, which means that you'll have to get a signature from the leader of each project certifying that you put the number of hours into the work that you stated. Now that we have you thinking back to your work life, you probably have plenty of project management experience. We just wanted to show you how to look for it. A project management certification, be it the PMP, CAPM, or another cert, will take you to the next level in your career and just may open up opportunities you wouldn't have otherwise. Good luck with your certification journey. Thanks for watching. Did you know careers in tech and IT are plentiful and pay well with lots of room to grow? What are you planning on doing in 2023? Take the leap and get studying for those certifications. Check out all the links in the description, and don't forget to sign up for a free CBT Nuggets trial and check out everything we have to offer.